Hi, I'm Mark Rabin, and I'm the founder and CVO of Portable Electric. Portable Electric is a Vancouver-based clean tech company that manufactures the VoltStack ecosystem of e-generators. And we've been in the market since 2015, where we kicked off the move to sustainability in the film and entertainment industry. And we've been working with industries and film productions around the world. We currently have over 600 plus units in the field in 14 countries, and we've worked with all the major studios and biggest names in the biz, including Amazon, Netflix, Disney, and much, much more. The VoltStack is an e-generator. It can also be a solar generator. It does mobile EV charging as well. At the core, it's a battery electric power system that has batteries, battery management systems, power electronics, and also our energy management system, which is a full end-to-end firmware, software, and energy data platform that can interface with users around the world and the fleets of equipment that they have. Portable Electric's story started in 2015 when I realized that you could not rent an industrial grade renewable power system. So could not go into a film equipment rental shop or a construction equipment rental shop and rent a clean energy generator. So I incorporated in 2015, and our first products hit the market in 2016. And we did rentals for the first 2 years while we understood our market. We did a lot of events and festivals. And it was during that time that the sustainable production world was starting to take up more and more interest in addressing the energy challenges on film sets, because before that, there was a lot of talk around water bottles, recycling, food waste. And then when we showed up on the scene, we actually provided a viable solution to be able to power parts of productions. And we started to do that. And in 2018, we started to sell our equipment to prominent film equipment rental companies here in Canada and North America and in Europe. In the last 7 years, a lot has changed in the market. And when we started this in 2016 with the first products, it was like people didn't really understand, and there was an old guard, an old way of thinking as well that was basically saying, no, this is good, but we've tried batteries before, it's not going to work. So we had a lot of work to do as well and educating the market. So a big part of the early days that we did and the opportunities that we saw were actually educating the market and changing the mindset and changing workflows around how one would actually power a production in a distributed fashion with clean energy generators. And so those were the early days. And then once we started getting onto productions like Man in the High Castle in the early days, we had great gaffers like Todd Lapp and other leaders in the industry who really took these to heart and went out into the production and found the right places to put them where they could either save time and money or do something creatively that they otherwise wouldn't be able to do prior to that. And so that kicked off that awareness. And then we started to scale into other major productions down in LA, in New York, Toronto, and in London. And we started to realize that this is actually a viable option to replace internal combustion engine generators, starting with that type of Honda 2000, Honda 7000 generators, but also with our 30K, started to move into being able to replace larger diesel generators and also hybridize with those generators. So a lot of different ways that we've approached the market, but also the other opportunity is energy data. You can't change what you haven't measured, really. That saying, and it's true. Until we sort of showed up, a lot of folks said, well, we know how to power this. We've been doing this for this long. It's not going to work. And then when we show them what their actual load is or what the power draw is, it's sometimes, almost 70% lower than what they had originally budgeted or assumed. So, it's kind of bringing that information and the data together, as well as the technology and building those relationships. The last thing I'll say is there's a lot of industry tailwinds and regulatory tailwinds in key markets like California that are also pushing the need for clean energy power solutions. So it's not just the desire to save time and money or do something creative, but there's an entire societal push to green productions. And it's a great opportunity for film, and it continues to be one of the single greatest opportunities for film to really put their money where their mouth is. In terms of pain points, we look at it as solutions as well. I mean, that's one of the things that when you are doing a business like this, you're actually solving people's problems. But as I mentioned earlier, one of the biggest challenges that we've had was really around educating the market. You've got folks that are maybe nearing the end of their career, and there's no incentive for them to start to bring in new technologies and change the way that they do things. However, we also are seeing a younger generation of filmmakers who have a passion for sustainability and for climate and want to make a difference both through their storytelling, but also through their production methods. So, those are the opportunities around there to really change the mindset and change the workflow. And also, once the industry starts to see leading brands and leading studios and leading folks in the industry that are showing how to do this, that's where the real change happened. And most recently, our VoltStack 5K proved to be an incredible tool in the James Bond movie, No Time to Die. We had 10 units traveling around the world powering that production, and it really changed the way that they did that production. We were working with a partner, Green Voltage, in the UK, and there was a scene at the beginning in a lake in Norway where they could not bring a diesel generator anywhere near there. They would have to cable it out to the shore, and just noise in general in an open frozen lake. And we saved the production costs, both diesel, but also on cabling, and proved that we could provide a viable solution to truly transform the way that production is done. And they did this all over the world. And we've seen this happen over and over again. And it's when we start to see that, hey, a major production can start to eliminate gas and diesel generators and ultimately completely do a production with very limited fossil fuel generators. That's when we're starting to see the tipping point. And we're seeing that tipping point now. And that's the thing at Portable Electric. And we are super proud to have been part of that and actually trending and changing those trends. I was kind of joke that, we brought clean tech to Hollywood, and now we're seeing that, hey, there's a lot of other folks now very interested in this market. One of the other solutions and opportunities that we've been a part of is with the larger power systems. So our VoltStack 30K, which is a 30 kilowatt by 80 kilowatt hour power system, completely eliminated a 50 kilowatt diesel generator on our production. And this was really revolutionary and game changing. And it was used, so it replaced a 50 kilowatt diesel generator and 3 Honda 2Ks on a Los Angeles production for 4 months. And in that production, we powered set construction on the back lot, tools, saws, etc., COVID-19 washing stations, security lighting and cameras, and Wi-Fi hotspots, and mic batteries and recharging the batteries. So, it's things like that, finding those opportunities and really leaning in to how it can be used properly and making sure that the crew understands the value proposition of the technology. We're going to see more and more of this happening as the industry starts to truly understand how to harness the true potential of clean energy generators. The future is super exciting and amazing, and I think really the film industry has an opportunity to continue to be a leader in this. We're going to see larger power systems coming online, larger clean energy generators. Some will be larger battery packs with greater energy density and more power output. We're seeing hybridization with battery electric systems and diesel generators. So, where there's a smart cable, a smart integration where they can speak to each other and really reduce the generator runtime. We've done experiments where we've reduced the generator runtime over 90%. So just used to charge the battery system, and then the power is drawn off the battery system. We're seeing energy kiosks as well. The city of Vancouver being a leader in those power kiosks around the city and key filming locations. And then we're seeing really the move to a hybridization with hydrogen, and also hydrogen is going to be a part of the mix. when we see it. On the other side of things, on the demand side, a lot of that film equipment is becoming way more efficient. You can do way more with less. And so we're seeing this sort of these trends kind of start to merge, and the quality of the productions continues to go up. So there's really exciting times right now in the film industry, and we're seeing it. The other thing that I would love to see more of is the talent and the stars that are part of these productions to also start to demand that these productions are done on a net zero basis, or as efficiently as possible. In terms of future evolution, also a big part is going to be fleet management and power management. And so we've got that platform that's integrated in all of our equipment, and it allows the users, both on the ground, but also the owners of the equipment, to manage that equipment much more efficiently, both on a rental basis, but also on a, what are we powering, for how long, where's this equipment, what does it need, how much carbon have we abated? So we're seeing trends as well in the data side that's starting to really give the tools and the information that productions need to really meet their sustainability mandates. And yeah, we're truly a zero emissions company here, and believe in infinite possibilities. The film industry has one of the greatest opportunities in the history of energy and sustainability to be a leader. We're still not seeing that true leadership right now. We are Sustainable Production Forum is taking the lead with Green Spark Group and other groups around North America that are providing sustainability solutions and consulting. However, the film industry, the executives, and everybody have to band together to make this happen. And we have the technology today to do this. Not doing anything is the single worst solution possible. It's not a solution. And any civilization intent on surviving would not be doing what we're doing today. So we have the technology today. We can reduce our carbon footprint to near zero on film productions today. And the film industry needs to work together to make this happen.